Hello everyone. On behalf of Group 2L, welcome to our presentation on Maersk Line of Shipping Company. The analysis explores how Maersk Line, a prominent shipping company, achieved a significant success on social media within the shipping industry. It highlights four key factors that contributed to the effective and scalable strategy. Maersk adoption of new digital strategy, led by Jonathan Wichman, emphasized communication over direct marketing to humanize the brand and foster genuine engagement. This transparent, authentic approach, supported by a flexible operational model, quickly built trust and improved reputation, especially during sensitive incidents like Maersk Norwich whale strike. The second key driver was Maersk advanced content and product strategy. The company reshaped the industry's image by using visual narratives that emphasized the human element. Instead of relying on external content, Mask utilized its internal archive of over 14,000 pictures. This was complemented by sharing compelling human interest stories, such as videos of 1975's rescue of Vietnamese refugees, which boosted audience engagement. Mask also demonstrated transparency by sharing both positive and negative stories, including the Mask Norwich whale strike. For this incident, the company posted a photo and a story, followed by a zoologist report explaining the cause of death and a Q&A session on social media. This openness resulted in strong audience support. The third driver was efficient execution and channel management. Mask launched its social media operation within a budget under $100,000 in the first year, yet gained 60,000 Facebook fans and 20,000 Twitter followers. This constraint fostered a lean, agile, and independent structure. Richmond ranked social media platforms from least to most corporate and applied a segmentation strategy based on audience and intent. For example, LinkedIn and Google was designated for interaction with customers, shipping professionals, and experts focusing on industry news, leadership, innovation, and holding small press briefings. Instagram and Facebook was served as a primary platform for sharing images and stories. The fourth key driver was effective internal alignment and employee empowerment. Maersk mobilized 20,000 staff, including 7,000 seafarers, turning them into credible brand advocates. Their stories boosted the brand's reach on social media channels. This shift fostered a culture of knowledge sharing and collaboration, with leadership adopting a "we" mindset. Employees felt more pride. Social media also lowered customer service cost, supporting the strategy's value. In conclusion, Maersk's success stemmed from multifaceted strategy, emphasizing authentic communication over direct sales, utilizing internal visual assets for storytelling with radical transparency, executing lean, segmented campaigns across channels, and empowering its workforce as the most credible brand advocates in B2B.
To analyze Maersk's social media marketing strategy, we need to start at the beginning with Facebook. Maersk began their presence on Facebook as a one-stop shop approach to news and information sharing with fans, customers, and employees alike. As Maersk studied their Facebook engagement, they began to segment their audience into different categories and found new avenues to engage each group uniquely. They started using Twitter as a way to provide a consistent stream of content with customers and industry personnel. This gave them an opportunity to provide short pieces of content quickly with their followers. Utilizing LinkedIn, they were able to not only connect with customers in a more professional setting, but the application also allowed them to collect data and information regarding their audience. Google Plus was their most formal avenue of communication with industry professionals and customers. They utilized this social media app to share business news, press briefings, and leadership initiatives the company was currently working on. As Maersk began to evolve their social media strategies, they began to lean on the visual appeal of their company assets. We'll briefly analyze Maersk's usage of photo and video sharing platforms. Starting with Pinterest and Tumblr, the company utilized these early-stage applications to a limited extent and only saw a small number of followers for each before transitioning to better platforms. Initially, Maersk believed that both their company and their industry was boring until they discovered an untapped advertising mechanism, their fans. Once Maersk stepped into the world of Instagram, things instantly changed. They began to engage in the fun side of their industry by sharing pictures and videos of their ships, and shipping and boat fans quickly engaged. Maersk even began the hashtag Maersk trend to encourage their fans and followers to share their content of Maersk assets, equating to cost-free advertising. They also utilized YouTube and Vimeo to share unique footage of their shipping vessels, along with utilizing delisted video feature on YouTube to send out internal communications to their employees. Companies' usage of social media quickly created increasing value for both their customers and their company. Starting with the creation of customer value, Maersk was able to leverage social media as a low-cost method of keeping their customers informed about the industry news and engaged in the process, sharing recent stories and providing them with more information than competitors. They also created an emotional connection with customers, which in turn created a sense of pride and loyalty to be shipping with Maersk. This equated to the customer lifetime value for Maersk by building brand equity and loyalty. The bright blue ships were most recognizable in the industry thanks to their social media presence, and when industry customers thought about shipping, Maersk shipping vessels were likely the first picture in their minds. Besides customer engagement, their intentional strategy of photo and video sharing turned fans into free advertisers as their fans began sharing their own content of shipping pictures and videos with the hashtag Maersk, increasing brand awareness.
Good afternoon. Promotion decisions. How do you think Jonathan Wichman calculated the 1500 RQI on Facebook? Do you agree or disagree? Why or why not? How was the 1500 RQI calculated? Jonathan Wichman likely compared the revenue earned from the Facebook campaigns to the cost of running those campaigns. 1500% RQI means for every $1 spent, $15 was earned. Do I agree? Possibly, but it depends on how RQI was measured. Results can vary based on tracking, attribution, and timing. Facebook can generate high returns, but it differs by industry and campaign quality. Key points. RQI numbers are helpful, but they should be interpreted carefully and in context.
Welcome everyone. Today we will explore the impact of Maersk Line's social media success and analyze how competitors might react. We also provide strategic recommendations for Maersk to prepare for these reactions. Maersk Line has successfully adopted social media as a communication tool rather than merely a marketing platform. Their strategy emphasizes relationship building, knowledge sharing, and active audience engagement, leading to increased brand visibility and loyalty. Understanding the current competitive landscape is vital. Maersk competes with several major players, including Hapag-Lloyd and CMA CGM, who are increasingly engaging with social media to boost their visibility. A detailed analysis shows varied levels of engagement and presence among these competitors. In response to Maersk's success, competitors are likely to increase their focus on social media. We might see them mimic Maersk's effective campaigns or innovate their own content to differentiate themselves and attract potential customers. Specific reactions may include competitors launching similar campaigns that emphasize customer service or showcasing their unique value propositions. Additionally, we could witness price adjustments in response to the competitive pressure created by Maersk's enhanced brand perception. To prepare for these anticipated reactions, Maersk should continuously monitor competitors, activities, and trends. Innovating with engaging content formats like webinars and deepening customer relationships through feedback platforms will fortify their position as a market leader. Using data analytics, Maersk can assess the effectiveness of its social media campaigns. By identifying and targeting key customer segments, they can refine their strategies based on real-time feedback, ensuring that their content speaks directly to their audience's needs. In conclusion, Maris Line's innovative approach to social media sets it apart in the B2B landscape by proactively preparing for competitive reactions and committing to continual engagement and improvement. Maris can maintain its leadership position.
Adapting to social media apps. So as we know, social media apps are constantly having updates, updating their features and their controls on their platforms. So Marisline will have to update their strategies and update their knowledge of these new features and controls on these apps to stay up to date with their marketing strategies on the different platforms. Providing content to all platforms. So, in the beginning of Marisline's social media run, they mainly focused on Facebook and LinkedIn. Over time, new social media platforms arise, such as Instagram, X, as we previously knew, as Twitter, and TikTok. So, Marisline will have to plan and provide content for all of these social media apps to market and advertise to their intended audience. When running a business, it is important that you manage your reputation. For marriage lines to manage their reputation, they need to provide great services, prioritize customer service, and manage their social media accounts.
Maersk Line was truly a trailblazer in the world of using social media for business marketing. Their key drivers of success were to focus on relationships, connection, and communication much higher than utilizing it as a means for advertising. They created customer value by focusing on both consumers and businesses to keep them both engaged and informed. And they created customer lifetime value by creating brand equity and loyalty and converting fans into actual advertisers for the product and services. For the ROI calculations, they took revenue earned versus cost and analyzed the likes and shares and comments on each post. Whether this was truly an accurate means of calculating the ROI is highly subjective and really depends on the historical standards of the business. The way that competitors might react is through mimicry, and Maersk Line's response should be to be constantly monitoring their competitors, collecting and analyzing feedback from customers, and then innovating based on what they see in their competitors and their feedback. The next steps is for them to continue being trailblazers and providing relevant content for current trends as well as new social media sites. The original purpose of social media is meant for people to be connected to each other. Many businesses see the wide reach of social media and they view it as a channel for advertising. However, Maersk Lane found success because they chose WIT to work with the original purpose, not against it. They did this by telling stories, connecting with consumers and businesses, and embracing radical honesty and authenticity, sometimes even when it hurt them. Relationships are always key, and that is why social media can be such a powerful tool when we work with it and not against it.